NASA has revealed the astronauts who will be blasting off into space next year on the Artemis III mission. Commander Randy Bresnik, European Space Agency astronaut Luca Parmitano, and mission specialist Andre Douglas and Frank Rubio will fly the Orion spacecraft into low orbit next year. This is all part of NASA's goal to land on the moon by 2028. This comes after the Artemis II mission made history. You remember, it went further from Earth than any humans had before. Former NASA astronaut Steve Robinson joins me now. Steve, so glad to get to talk with you. So now that we know who the crew members are, tell us more about the plan for getting them into space and what they're going to be doing once they get there.
This is a very complicated mission, Vicki, and these are very fortunate people from my point of view to be able to do it. They will launch on a Space Launch System rocket, NASA's big rocket, but they will be joined in space by the Blue Origin lunar lander and the SpaceX Starship, and they will dock with each one of them separately. This is very complicated. So they will be in 3 different spacecraft during this mission, checking out their docking abilities, their power systems, their data systems, their navigation, their life support. Each one is a very complicated set of systems. So they will be checking out all 3 of them in a single mission. These are going to be 4 busy people between now and launch, believe me.
Yeah, you know, as you mentioned there, Steve, that Blue Origin lander could be part of this mission, even though there was a rocket by that company that exploded during a test several weeks ago. So talk about the dangers here, or the risks that they're taking, and this partnership and what it signifies to you about the future of these space missions.
Large rockets like this haven't flown very often, and they're always very risky. We're learning how to do that as a spacefaring species. And when you see a rocket explode like that, you realize, oh my gosh, we thought we knew how to do this, and we didn't quite. So a lot will be learned from that. There were no humans hurt in that, so we learned that too, to stay as safe as we can, at least in this. But you mentioned the cooperation. This cooperation, kind of integration of intellectual capability, engineering, facilities, and bringing them all together into a single mission to bring these 3 major rockets into orbit and all come together at once for these humans to test them out. That has to be done before we go to the moon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that testing is so important. All of these missions to help NASA sort of work out the kinks, right, before it actually attempts to land on the moon again, hopefully in 2028. You are an astronaut. Explain to us what it is like, why these missions are so important to humanity.
Those of us who have chosen space as a profession believe that what we learn in space benefits all of us here on Earth. That's why we do it. It's a technology engine. It's a way to do things we never would have done before. And it drives us beyond our own capability horizon to do things that, now, our lives right now are much different than they would be if we had never had a space program. In fact, it's so embedded in our lives that we're not even really aware of it. Just a lot of things, miniaturization of electronics and long-range communications, optical techniques, lots of stuff. So we're benefiting a lot.
It is. It's so inspiring. You put it so beautifully. I'm amazed every time an aircraft takes off or lands, that I'm sitting in. It's incredible, the minds and the intelligence that goes into all of this. Steve Robinson, thank you so much for sharing some of your time today.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.